Hey everyone, welcome to the pre-reading section for chapter 3.1. Okay, in this chapter, Caesar talks about all the things that the Helvetians do to get ready for their trip. Let's think about what we do when we're going on a big trip. We have transportation, food, and security. Well, for transportation, you might need to secure a vehicle large enough to transport you and your family. If you're flying, you might need to buy enough plane tickets. For the Helvetians, they need to make sure that they had enough animals. Eumentorum. Those are baggage animals. You have to have enough to carry your things. And you don't have a minivan, so you might go in a wagon. That might be what you use for transportation. So you'll see eumentorum and the word charis in our text. Along the way, if you're taking a big journey, you're going to have to plan where to eat. We have the luxury of going to disgusting rest stops on the side of the highway to buy greasy junk food. People might pack sandwiches ahead of time. You might go to the grocery store and buy everything you need. If you're going on a long trip, you might buy a large number of potato chips or sandwiches or something. Well, the Helvetians didn't have the option for modern food and conveniences, so if they needed to bring a bunch of food with them, they would actually have to grow it themselves ahead of time, because they didn't usually live in economies where you had excess food to sell, or certainly not enough food, excess food to purchase for an entire nation. So you're going to see this phrase, sementes facere, and it literally means to make plantings. So they had to plant enough crops to grow the food that they would need for their long journey, which probably means they might have had to do this ahead of time. Okay, if you're going on a trip, you might tell your neighbors that you're going to be gone. You might say, hey guys, I'm leaving. Could you watch the house for me? Make sure no bad guys come while I'm going. Or if you're planning on doing a big project around your house, you might warn the neighbors, hey, I'm going to be mowing the lawn or adding a new garage, and I don't want you to be worried by the noise. For the Helvetians, dealing with their neighbors in preparation for this trip meant that they had to make sure that there was peace, pacem, right? Because it's hard to plan for a trip to leave if you're always fighting with your neighbors. And they probably confirmed some treaties, amicitiam, which is it comes from the word for friendship, but amicitia also means like a legal treaty. So they had to deal with those issues as well. Okay, sentences 3.2 and 3.3 are super short. So there isn't really that much to it, but you should know that all of these preparations called biennium. That means 2 years, so that's what they planned. And they were so serious about leaving that they confirmed this idea with a law. They actually passed a law saying at the end of 2 years, everybody in the whole country is leaving and nobody is allowed to stay. So that's all you need for 2.2 or 3.2 and 3.3.